Apple wasn't the first to market with true wireless earbuds when it launched the AirPods, but just like lots of other categories it has entered, there's no denying the influence that it has had. Every company under the sun now has a pair of true wireless earbuds, and one of those companies, of course, is a brand that Apple owns, Beats. And fairly recently it launched its very first pair of active noise cancelling in-ear buds. So how do they compare to the AirPods Pro? And should you save money or pay the extra? I'm Cam Bunton from Pocket-lint, and I'll hopefully help you decide in this video. And while you're here, if you could tap the like button, hit subscribe and the notification bell, that would be brilliant. With Beats being part of Apple, it likes to do things a bit differently to distinguish itself from the parent brand. And that means when it comes to design, you'll not likely find similar looking products. The Studio Buds don't look anything like AirPods Pro. While Apple's earbud has that external stem pointing down and out of the ear, Beats Studio Bud doesn't. Instead, its earbud casing curves upwards towards a classic Beats-style pill-shaped exterior. And this isn't there just to give it a unique look, it has a function too. It's a multi-purpose button and it physically clicks rather than being a touch-sensitive panel. Plus, the button does the same thing on both Beats buds, so it's a completely ambidextrous control system. Press once to pause or play, press twice to skip forward, 3 times to skip back, and press and hold to launch or switch off active noise cancelling. Apple's AirPods Pro have a touch-sensitive system built into the stem for controlling aspects like playing and pausing music or controlling the voice cancelling or ambient noise mode, but in our experience clicking that button on the Beats is a little more convenient than activating the touch system on the AirPods, but in truth it doesn't take long to get used to either. Besides, oftentimes what we'd find is it's easier just to grab your phone anyway and control it from there. The other thing we preferred about the Beats was the fit in the ear. Now, this could just be my ears. After all, we all have a different shaped ear, but often I'd find the AirPods Pro sliding out slightly and losing its fit, whereas Beats Studio didn't seem to at all, and I could comfortably wear them for hours on end. Now, in my mind, it's probably in the features and compatibility that'll make the decision for you as to which of these you should buy. And it's where you see the clearest picture of who Beats and Apple are targeting with the two products. It's also where you start to see why one is more expensive than the other. AirPods Pro, of course, has been built to seamlessly blend into Apple's ecosystem of products. So the H1 chip inside means that once you pair it with your iPhone, they're automatically paired with any other Apple device that's signed into your same iCloud account, and you can switch seamlessly between them depending on which you're using at the time. On the other hand, Beats Studio Buds are compatible with Google's Fast Pair technology. So you get simple one-touch pairing and connection, but it also means the buds are registered to your Google account. So if you sign into another Android device or Chromebook, they'll recognize when your Beats Studio Buds are on and nearby and display a pop-up on the screen so you can connect to them. What's more, the fast pair compatibility means you see detailed battery information right within the phone's interface. Of course, you can also download a Beats app to see that info too, if you want to. But this integration is also compatible with iOS. You get one-touch pairing on iPhone as well. You get Find My support for locating them when missing, and you get controls for the noise cancelling and transparency modes within Control Center, just like AirPods. The only thing you don't get is the automatic sharing across all your iCloud devices and the ability to seamlessly switch between your iPad, iPhone and Mac, like the AirPods do. There are a couple more features that swing this in the AirPods' favour, and that's in-ear detection and wireless charging. Remove an AirPod from your ear, music pauses. The same doesn't happen with Beats. And while the Studio Buds case conveniently charges with USB Type-C, you don't get to place it on a wireless charging base to charge it, whereas the AirPods Pro do offer that. And as for battery life, there's not a huge amount in it overall when you combine the playtime and the battery in their respective cases. Both give about 24 hours of total time. But the Beats can go longer outside of the case, offering up to 8 hours of listening time with ANC switched off, versus 5 hours for the AirPods Pro. Now moving on to sound and noise cancelling, and again you can tell the difference between these two. Speaking briefly about the noise cancelling, and there's no doubt in my mind that the AirPods Pro offer the more effective complete cancelling. Put them in your ears, the ANC engages, and you're immediately in this noiseless vacuum. But this feeling does sometimes have a slightly nauseating effect for some people. Like most ANC, it doesn't completely cut out all noise, but it does effectively get rid of those low droning noises. Still, the Studio Buds do an effective job of killing the types of constant droning ambient noise too, just maybe not quite as effective. You don't get the same feel of being in a vacuum, but they still cope well with most noises. Loud children squabbling or high-pitched high-impact noises will still cut through as they would on most headphones. Now, the best way to describe the sound difference between these two is that the AirPods seem to have a bit more clarity and presence and warmth to them. You can feel the bass, and it feels like there's a bit more cohesion between the different frequencies, like it's a complete sound. Still, the Studio Buds offer good control of bass and separation between the bass and treble frequencies. But compared to the AirPods, higher frequencies like snare drums, vocals and guitars do sound a bit harsh and less clean. But given how much they cost and how cheap they are compared to the AirPods Pro, they still sound plenty good enough, at least to my ears. But still, the AirPods Pro do sound nicer overall. Both are effective and clean enough to use for voice and video calls too, but perhaps with the longer battery life, the Studio Buds are the better choice if you have quite long video calls to manage. In the end, you've got a few reasons to choose either buds. For the Studio Buds, firstly, you have the price. They're cheaper than the AirPods Pro. Secondly, they're much more Android friendly than AirPods without losing many of the benefits of integration within Apple's system. And thirdly, the buds will go longer outside the case before needing to be popped back in for a refill. For AirPods, that extra money gets you better sound quality and convenient features like in-ear detection, better noise cancelling and wireless charging. Plus, if you're already in Apple's ecosystem, the effortless switching between Apple devices makes them super convenient. So let me know which ones you're going to decide to go for in the comments down below, or which ones have you bought already. If you want to reach me on social media, I'm at Cam Bunton on pretty much every platform. Again, if you like this video, please do hit that thumbs up, it helps us a lot. Subscribe and tap the notification bell to make sure you don't miss any more uploads. I'll see you again in the next one. Bye for now.